Good morning and welcome to Frontiers of Knowledge segment of Dr. Lamba's Awakening Call. 6 months back, a European rocket lifted the James Webb Space Telescope into the orbit, and it was seen that it will be a momentous period in the history of discoveries. And when I received a note from our friend Mr. Singh Jaspal of Mississauga, reminding me that 6 months have passed and I have not stated anything, I welcomed the time and talked about it. Today I also wrote an article which is already published, and this ultra complex telescope has cleared more than 1 million kilometers. It's today 1.6 million kilometers away from the Earth, and it has reached an observation point. It has unfolded its expansive sunshield. It was commissioned by the scientific instruments, and the first instruments have been cleared. And after I received this message from Mr. Singh Jaspal, I talked to NASA, and I was amazed to find that they were also pursuing on the same line. This exoplanet hunter and first light detector on NASA next generation is ready to do science within 6 months, and it's ready. The first pictures have been received by NASA, but I was informed that those pictures will be released on July the 12th. That means 13 days more. Another July 11th I'll receive them, and I'll post some of the pictures the same day. The cost of this project was $10 billion, and it was constituted by 4 cutting-edge instruments and their various modes. The purpose is to study both the distant galaxies and closer up objects in the Milky Way or in the solar system. As I said, it is 1.6 million kilometers today. The observation point is there. They call it Lagrange Point 2. It's the largest and the most powerful space telescope ever launched. And as I said, you will see the first operational pictures, July 20th, because precisely what those projects are at present are a secret. The comparison data which has been collected would help the scientists determine if the target has an atmosphere where atoms and molecules make it up. And NASA at the end of April had announced that it had completed the final stage of alignment on the telescope, and the observatory was ready for instruments. And as I told you, the first scientific data with the pictures would be released, because NASA has approved 12 modes. There were 17 science instruments included in the major instrument, which is called NIRCam. Now, NIRCam sent 17 instruments including pictures. NASA has approved 12 of them, and those 12 would be released. Now, all the 4 NIRCam modes are not only ready, but our instruments are performing significantly better than they were predicted, and that was the statement given to me by René Doyen, principal investigator, as well as Webb's fine guidance sensor at the University of Montreal. It's a combined global effort. So anxious onlookers experienced a scarce earlier this month when it was revealed that Webb had been struck by a larger than anticipated micrometeoroid. That small asteroid hit the telescope in late May. But in space, these things are common. NASA had not prepared for a micrometeoroid this large during the testing period, but then after assessing the damage, the team determined the telescope was performing at a level far exceeding the mission requirements. And that's what's required. So, those 12 scientific instruments are helpful in preparing the initiation of scientific operations. And let's not forget that the telescope is continuous process. The final commissioning activities have been revealed, but the update from NASA reveals that the team has started to take some of the first science data, getting it ready. And this data will mark the official of the commissioning and the start of the routine procedure. So just as I said, it's a historic milestone, and I'm thankful to Mr. Singh Jaswal that he prodded me. Otherwise, I might have been a bit worried. So this will open a new era in astronomy as Webb finally goes into full operational mode after 2 months. So 6 months have passed, the first pictures have come, 17 documents submitted, 12 approved, they'll be released on 12/10, and 2 months more it will be fully operational. The telescope will be used to search for the signs of alien life. That's the most important thing. Whether there is alien life on Venus, on Uranus, on Pluto, on Neptune, and any other. And they call it Earth 2.0. The telescope would also, very important, investigate some of the earliest known star systems in the universe. And this is something going to be really, really great. And one of the key James Webb instruments that had several modes approved is, as I said, NIRSPEC. NIRSPEC is an instrument on the Webb telescope that observes spectra of the astrophysical and planetary objects. And it excuse me. And as I was saying, NIRSPEC observes the spectra of astrophysical and planetary objects. And the wavelengths are near infrared wavelengths. And that is what's important. Look at the wavelength. Normally, infrared wavelength is very difficult to be obtained. So the grating wheel assembly uses diffraction gratings or a prism to separate the wavelengths of incoming light into a spectrum. And you can see the sort of a ray coming, prismatic effect, with Goyer being created, 7 colors, diffusion, refraction, and then again consolidation. And that is important because the study of the intensity and brightness of light across the wavelength shall provide the scientist key and very important diagnostic information about the nature of the various objects of the universe. Not only extrasolar planets, but it will also cover faint galaxies at the end of the universe and objects in our own solar system. So NIRSPEC will observe all of them. And for the first time in the history of mankind, we shall be able to see the planets, the exoplanets, the end of the universe, and so on. So, now let me tell you, roughly 8 months back, the plan was conceived. The telescope was released 6 months back. And as I told, it's 1.6 kilometer at Langage Point. Look, until now the only images released by the James were made for calibration purposes so that it could be fine-tuned. And now on the 12th would be released as an observed data. And another very interesting thing is that the first image taken by the space laboratory shows alignment observation of a star. And can you imagine the distance of the star from the Earth? 2000 light years. A star which is 2000 light years away, the telescope could observe that and send the first image. And this was the first scientific observation made by the telescope. Now NASA will live stream the reveal event, and as a matter of fact it will go on the YouTube later on. So say by the 13th you can watch it. But if all goes well, a bold new era as of astronomical discovery awaits you. This telescope is going to be a breakthrough in our knowledge of not only of this planet but of the whole system. And as I said, the whole system does not only cover the solar system, it covers all stellar systems, all the galaxies to the far end of the universe ever conceived. But can we be sure of the far end? There was a time when we were sure of the world as it exists today. If we were living in one part of the world, within a few kilometers we thought that's the end of the world. Then we saw the sun and the moon, and then the astronomers came with the 9 planets. Who could have imagined thousands and thousands of planets? Who could have ever thought that we could catch on camera a star which is 2000 years light away? That was something really amazing and bewildering. Honestly, I'm bewildered. To the ingenuity, the capability of the James Webb Telescope, far exceeding the Hubble telescope, which itself was quite revolutionary, shows that the human beings are capable of anything and everything. I look forward to see the NASA live stream and then maybe repeat it on the YouTube. But I am waiting anxiously for the 12 pictures that will be released. I want to see, and I'm sure you want to see, what those pictures are. What do they reveal? What do they show of this wondrous world? And I'm reminded of Miranda in Shakespeare's Tempest when she says, "Oh, brave new world that has such wondrous people in it." It may not be wondrous people, but it's a wondrous planets. And who knows if the alien life can be detected, not immediately, but at some stage, we might be able to establish a kinship, interplanetary kinship. The only hope is that the evil shall not be transmitted, but the good shall be. This telescope is capable of uniting the world and nature and make us connect with nature, connect with planets, and connect with the alien life it is there. And that is what real biodiversity would be. Biodiversity doesn't only cover this planet, no way. It covers the whole creation, and that creation shall be revealed to us through the instrumentation, through the capability of the Webb telescope. And let me tell you, friends, Watch it, and I'll release the pictures as soon as I get them. I'll also provide a link later on. But this is really going to be revelatory and something which shall enchant us, and it shall open new vistas into the study of astronomy, in the study of planetary geography, and the natural geography shall become not international but interplanetary geographies. The kinship shall be the most important aspect, revealing and also enthralling and at times mystifying how many words we are yet to see. It's going to be a real brave new wondrous world. Thank you.